Just minutes.
Hello, sir. Same meeting ID అదే సేమ్ మీటింగ్ ఐడి గో టు మీటింగ్ సేమ్ లింక్ ఐడి 2 పంపిస్తాను గో టు మీటింగ్ జూమ్ డ్రైవ్
Gata madam?
Madam. Yes, madam.
Should we start the session?
Yes, madam. Yes. I'm Sujata. I'm my co-host, A. Venugopal. Welcome everyone. A very good morning. Thank you all for joining us for today's FDP session. I take this privilege to warmly welcome all the delegates, eminent scholars, honored guests on our fourth day of 1 week national level FDP on emerging trends in computer science and information technology. I'm excited and feel blessed about this role. This FDP is built with an intent and active and inactive learning organized by KPRIT. I welcome a Honorable HOD of CSA Department to acknowledge our invitation. Ma'am, HOD ma'am? Marilyn madam? Hello? Hello, Madeline, madam. Madam, you can start yes, you can start, madam, the introduction.
Okay. Good morning, one and all. We are very happy to have you on the fourth day of our faculty development program. And 3 days, we had a very good sessions with learned persons. Today, in our midst, we are having a great personality, Professor Ravindranath. He is presently Dean, Faculty of Technology, Usmania University. He served as an academic dean for development and UGC FIs for OU, and he was also a professor and head of the department pharmacy and biotechnology. He was board of studies chairman for it also. He had almost 10 MOUs with national and international organizations. He has successfully had a new program of studies such as biotechnology, food technology, and pharmacy, which was introduced by him in Osmania University. And Mr. Professor Ravindranath Garu, he has 20 international conferences and he visited them in 23 countries. In addition to that, he had more than 72 publications, 800 plus citations, which has H index of 50, and he delivered almost 150 plus lectures in 80 plus institutions across the nation. He successfully executed 6 research projects funded by MHRD, AICTE, UGC, and also he had 3 sponsored projects from industries with GBK Biotech, the Biosciences and Granules India Private Limited, and also he has been a coordinator for a World Bank assisted by MHRD project, that is TECIP 1, and also he was the principal investigator for a COE program under TECIP 2 phase as the chief coordinator of UGC. Today in our supervision, he almost guided informed and critical MTechs, and he was also mentored and advised 2 PDFs and over 30 UG students. Mr. and Professor Ravindranath Garu, he was a Senate member for academics of Telangana University, Usmania University, and also member of Academic Council, Maulana Azad University, National Urdu University. He held many honors, he had many awards, and he was also a recipient of meritorious awards like CSRI fellowships through national level test for pursuing the research degree, and also he was a key pioneer in biotechnology, in which he had received from Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, Hyderabad, and also he was a PDF in pharmacy for Stony Brook University, and it is from New York, USA. He achieved a membership and alumni with this association. Apart from this, there are many more about the achievements and excellence of Ravindranath Garu. Today we are very happy to have Professor Ravindranath Garu, Dean Faculty of Technology, Usmania University. Thank you.
Can I join?
Just a minute, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your wonderful. Thank you, madam. Thank you for your wonderful introduction. If you have, I request the participant.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. Sir, you can continue, sir.
Am I
Yes, sir.
audible?
You can start. Yes, sir. You are audible. You can start your presentation.
Okay, then. Good morning to all of you.
unmute all your mics, please. Unmute all your mics. Every one of you, the presenters, please unmute. We are getting the resound over here. Please unmute all your mics. చేసినా కూడా వస్తుంది వాళ్ళకి. Sir, you can start the session. Thank you, sir. You can start the session. Hello, Ravindranath, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Are you able to hear me?
Sujata, your voice is able to hear, but Ravindra sir's voice is not coming.
Yeah. Now you are able to audible? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sujata. Good morning to all of you. Thank you. Hello?
It's audible, sir.
Am I audible to you? So thank you. Good morning to all of you, and thank you, Dr. Marlene and Sujata, who is coordinating this particular event. And first of all, I acknowledge the participants for their safety and also sustaining good health in this particular COVID situation. And my lecture not truly technical. It will be more theoretical and academic oriented. How to align your pedagogy tools for the present situation. So based on that, just the title originally I have given the blended learning and issues, innovations and impact. So this was the original title, but somehow, so as per the program requirements, the organizers have changed into outcome-based resources, especially the MOOCs and LMS for virtual classroom. But I will touch upon those MOOCs and LMS partly, but I mainly focus on blending learning approach, because as a teachers, how you are able to transform your delivery of the education to the students in reaching in a remote way. So this is what the main concept of this particular thing. And at the same time, we are look at the ingredients of the education delivery. So that is now the UGC in the name of quality mandate. So it has been made, it is compulsory. The education, whatever we are delivering, it's supposed to be outcome based. So based on that, so what this kind of knowledge, skills, competency and attitude a student need to develop, and how they are being transferred is at the end of the things to be assessed. So this is what the main objective of the outcome-based education. So let us look at the things, how these things are happening. First, we have to look at the teaching and learning strategy. So when you want to make the outcome-based education to be possible. So many of us have a long advocated change. So that means over a period of time, we are advocating for a change, but we are not able to adopt effectively. So, but however, it is inevitable. The change is inevitable. So there are decades when nothing has happened, because you know very well that these recommendations were there in the 1962. Even 1986, the new education policy also mentioned of that why it has not been realized and effectively implemented. So that particular recommendations. So then there is a program of action has been developed. Now the institutions has to develop the ICT infrastructure in their institution campuses through the internet access by virtue of LAN and other Wi-Fi facility. So today So that infrastructure has helped to reach the masses in a different way. Now, the moving to remote teaching necessitates to implement a flexible approach in learning process. So this is what we are looking at. So when you want to remote teaching, how the flexible approach in the learning process. The learning process, number of activities are there. The student has to listen the content, whatever we deliver, and at the same time he has to read the content after listening, and then he has to think about it. So after thinking, he has to discuss or speak with someone, and then he has to write. So these are 5 aspects are there in the learning process or learning activities. So how these 5 components we have to incorporate in our delivery, we have to look into the things. So this is education delivery or curriculum delivery, we can speak. So each new challenge adds a new layer of sophistication to implement hybrid or multimodal classrooms. So normally we look at the physical contact, the classroom instruction only one of the tool to complete the process. But now the online education is another process which we are engaging the students a particular number of hours. So when we engage the students for classroom instruction for a particular number of hours, we used to award the credits. So if 15 hours is engaged for a particular subject, it is equivalent to 1 credit. So similarly, how to equate this is also another important challenge for the teachers. Now we are going to face it. So the outcome-based education is not only for the very survival of a course, and also even an institution to provide an attractive degree experience. So that's what we have to make it. So how we are enable the student to be attracted towards these things. Actually, most of the passive learners in the normal classroom instruction always never be attentive, or otherwise they always stay away from the active participation. But when you are started the remote learning things through online, so they are able to participate very actively, and then the things are differing in process of learning. So the acquisition of knowledge is changing a lot through this particular process. How this can be accomplished today, just we are going to discuss effectively. So before that, I would like to give the outlines of the outcome-based education, and further we are going to proceed for the blended learning approach. So let us see what is outcome-based education. So actually developing learning outcomes-based curriculum framework. This is one of the objective of the quality mandate of the education. Again, quality mandate of the UGC, which has been devised. Same thing has been adopted by the AST. I think most of you are the ASAT associated faculty only, ASAT institutions associated faculty only. So then it is how we have to make based on the model curriculum which has been devised by the ASAT, has to realign to requirements of the online or blended learning process. So that is one of the important aspects which I am covering in this particular lecture. So just to make use of it. If we are autonomous institution, we are flexible enough. But if you are non-autonomous institutions, you are not flexible enough. You have to depend on the affiliated university. But however, your approach to the teaching, you can change the same content, align in your own way, and deliver the things in a more effective manner. So this makes the student to be highly absorbable of the subject knowledge, and he can acquire the skills, whatever the competency and attitudes required for the learning outcomes. So this is one of the things. This is going to be the student-centric and interactive and intended outcome-oriented, with a well-defined aims, objectives, and goals to achieve. So this is the outcome-based education. So the outcome-based education is determined based on the learning process principles in terms of graduate attributes and qualification descriptors and program and learning outcomes and course learning outcomes. This also program learning outcomes and course learning outcomes are also one of the important things. So program is a degree normally. So BTech, computer science and engineering is a program. But the subjects in that particular computer science and engineering known to be the courses. Earlier we call it the papers. So this what normally now computer science is not considered as a straight away course, it is a program. So this is what normally we have to aware of, realize based on this CBCS system and other things which has been coming to the force. So it is a constructive alignment of curriculum content in the form of modular credit framework through relevant learning activities. So this so all these are part of the curriculum planning and development. Normally, the curriculum planning and development looks at the 4 important aspects. Normally, it should have some international domain some extent, the component, and national domain also it should serve, and regional domain also it should serve, and institutional domain also it should serve. So these are the 4 aspects. So certainly certain percentage components are being to be incorporated in this. So based on the student employability opportunities, whether global opportunities or national opportunities, based on the student employability opportunities, whether global opportunities or national opportunities, and regional opportunities are the institutional uniqueness which we wanted to create. So this what normally we designed the curriculum I discussed in detail in the latter slides. So the process to create a learning environment that supports the learning activities appropriate for achieving and desired learning outcomes is one of the important aspects. And create new models of teaching to weave different layers of learning process together with creativity, care, planning, and expertise and technology. So this is what normally we have to look at. So I told you, if you are a non-autonomous institution, so you have to align the curriculum of the affiliated university the way you can deliver and equate with the things for effectiveness. So this is what where the appropriate care and planning and technology you have to integrate effectively with your own creative thinking. So this normally we look at the curriculum, and when we look at the key components of the planning and development of learning outcome-based curriculum framework. So there are graduate attributes you have to create for a computer science. So if you look at what kind of graduate attributes are there, normally for engineering education attributes, whatever are there, devised by the American accreditation board. So the same thing is followed universally. And similarly, the qualification descriptors is another important thing. And then program learning outcomes is another one, and course learning outcomes is another one. So we have to divisive like this from a top to bottom. So how you can lower down to the level changing the things. But ICT is a key driver and facilitator in transforming the country into a knowledge-based economy and information society. So we are using that particular tool today, how effectively translate and transfer the knowledge, skills, competency, and attitudes. So let us look at the graduate attributes. So the strong analytical skills and practical ingenuity, creativity, and innovation, these are the important components we look at. And good communication skills, another one. So we are thinking about. And then business acumen and management skills are important because it's a 4-year degree engineering graduate. So he should be not only to be an employer, he also to be an innovator, and at the same time, he also to be an enterpriser. So for that reason, he has to develop these business acumen and management skills. So high ethical standards and professionalism is one of the important things, because technical education is one such things which has to teach the professional ethics for the students. and what the standards are, how he has to adhere. Agility, resiliency, and flexibility are other components, which is one of the important things. An appreciation for lifelong learning is there, and ability to put problems in their socio-technical and operational context is another important thing, and adaptive leadership. So these are the main things of the graduate attributes, and this will further down to go with the program of the qualification descriptors. So whatever kind of qualification you are getting, how you can descriptors are going to play. So it shall be a 5 learning attributes such as discipline, knowledge, and understanding is another important thing, and skills and techniques is another important one, and national and global competence is another important one, and communication and its application is also another way. So these are the things normally we look at the qualification descriptors, and similarly now there are the program outcomes will be there, and programs outcomes mainly the knowledge base supposed to be there, and then problem analysis is also another one, investigation ability is also another one, and design solutions is also things, and professionalism, ethics and equity and teamwork. So most of these things are translated down to the from graduate attributes to qualified matrix, then descriptors, then to the program outcomes. Then it will also go into the course outcomes. So the program and course mapping tools enable the instructors to create a mapping matrix of course outcomes and program outcomes, and then align teaching and learning activities and graduate attributes and student assessment items for the learning outcomes. The student interest, it will be there. So most of the situations, the students are opting the electives for ease of scoring of marks. It should not be like that. The students should opt the electives for the only with the passion and interest to work. More on that in a self-motivated manner rather than providing any attention for that particular elective requirements. So this one normally we look at the discipline specific elective. So then generic electives are different. They are normally across the disciplines within the school or faculty or across the schools or the faculty. So here is also, this is also additional academic knowledge purposes, and it is providing the exposure beyond the discipline. So that's what normally it is beyond the discipline is taking place. So within the schools with the allied disciplines or ancillary disciplines will be there, or across the schools it will be there differently. So analytical reasoning is also another important thing in the generic, and then problem solving is also will be there generic. So how this generic knowledge of other discipline you can integrate with your own specific subject is also another important component which we are looking at. So let us see the foundation courses. Normally they are called as ability enhancement and skill enhancement. So in the ability enhancement, additional academic knowledge will be provided, and there will be psychological skills also associated with that, and problem solving skills and effective social engagement or attitudes is one of the important things in this ability enhancement. So when it comes to the skill enhancement, there is additional knowledge and exposure via discipline, analytical reasoning, and digital literacy is one of the important things. Without the computer knowledge, so even the general education student also cannot go ahead with the things. And today, the smartphones and other things has helped a lot to learn much more things. Now, mobile application level teaching and learning is becoming a very popular tool. So based on this, how we can use this particular blended learning approach or online teaching is one other thing. So here, this is also associated with the moral and ethical awareness, the skill enhancement we are looking at. So these are the course outcomes we consider. Hello? Yes, are you able to listen to me, audible to me, or any breaking voice is there?
Sir, it's audible, but it's audible, but there is some disturbance. We are asking them to mute their mix. Just a minute, sir. Sir, please, every participant, please mute your mix for some time. There is a lot of. Please mute it. We are getting disturbance. Please mute your mix. Yes. So you can continue,
my voice
sir.
is breaking or is my voice is
No,
breaking
sir, your voice is
smoothly
clear.
or not? That's okay then.
It's
Thank
clear,
you.
sir. It's clear.
So now I would like to just outline on the significance and importance of massive open online courses. Actually, this is massive open online courses are normally considered as a self-paced courses. The student can learn at any time what he wants. So that's what anytime, anywhere, any place what we consider. It's in own pace that they can do. So that he can choose it. But whereas the normal online teaching will be a scheduled times will be there. So this is not the massive open online courses are not like that. But there are some new platform which is being created by the UGC and Ministry of HR is known as SWAYAM. The SWAYAM also having the both things, massive open online courses, which is considered to be the self-paced courses, and also there are scheduled courses. The students has to opt for the scheduled courses for getting awarded the credits. But self-paced courses, they don't give any. So next, another one is online availability. Online availability mainly the local cohorts or the real-time interactions which will be possible through this particular online. So which we look at the course. Is the content module with specific duration of credits we look at. So it may be a self-paced and start and end dates will be there that will be scheduled, and college credits will be awarded. There will be badges and role of the instructor and learner community and scripted assessments and feedback. So these are certain things are there in this particular course content. So the massive open online courses, since they are free and open registration is there, so it will be a self-paced one. So it will be differs in a different way. The delivering the curriculum using mixed media and offering a free learning community with a freedom of pace, time, and place. So these three are there. So the C MOOCs means learner-centered, X MOOCs means teacher-centered, and M MOOCs means mechanical MOOCs are a combination. So which is normally part of the self-paced learning purposes. So this is in brief about the massive open online courses, then I would like to give as certain aspects of the learning management systems. So the learning management system provides the backbone on which the workflow of education and is used to plan, implement, and assess a specific learning process. So in the learning process or learning activities, I mentioned the 5 different levels are there, different activities supposed to be carried out, and efforts has to be placed by the learner. So this, if you look at how you can plan and implement and assess, you can do it. So write an educational workflow for different environments, including blended learning. So that is another important thing, blended learning. Collaborate within the system. So that is one of the important thing. And next, import educational content from both developers and producers. So now create, administer, and score the test is also another one. Generate reports for students, teachers, and administrators, and integrate with common classroom tools such as Google Apps, and enable access through internet to mobile, tablet, computer, and smart TV is also another one which we look at. Normally, we look at the learning management system. So how the competency framework will be there, and how we can organize world-class training, how a self-paced learning is accessible, and how continual learning will be continued, and performance-driven and up-to-date content is another important thing in the LMS. So for this, the Creative Commons is one of the body which will provide the open licensing to the open content, and which is modifiable continuously. So that will be another opportunity when you are using the learning management systems. So there are a number of learning management system platforms are there, and one is the Blackboard. Nowadays, a smart board is also be considered. One of the most popular LMS choice is in education segment. It is Blackboard has ruled this space for years and continues to be one of the leading players. So over the years, especially this is being used for the school education system, very popular, and subsequently it has been adopted into the higher education system. The another important one is Moodle. Moodle is a free, open source, and community-driven learning platform, and it supports both blended and online courses and has applications available iOS, Android, and Windows Phone. So this one normally we look at. For a year, I would like to tell you, if the students or the learner is using the mobile, its size is very small. He cannot see the things for more than half an hour effectively. So if the lecture is more than half an hour and mobile phone is not at all welcoming, so then either he has to and another form is you can attach the files and for sending the reading materials, and then you can also attach the links. So various YouTube lessons which are available on the online open education sources, some the various popular university sites, so that you can upload the links also for students to go through it. And another thing is also there, Google Forms are there from which you can make the assessment, assignments, and question answers also multiple choice. So that will be there. So all these things will be links, and as well as the reading material can be attached to the Google Drive. So this one normally will be there, and you can interact with the student through both in the Google Meet, the video interaction, and another is the chat form the group discussion forum which you create, so which is also another important thing in the Google Classroom. So the other one is fourth one is the Canvas. It boasts the modern and easy to use interface along with the native web hosting, and places immense emphasis on making communication easier and faster between educators and learners. So this is what normally we look at. And Brightspace is another one. It is an integrated system that combines analytics and assessment features. So this one normally looking at the LMS platforms, so which enable you to know the things. So this particular outlines just I'm giving you, and then you have to know what are the learning activities. So in the beginning, I also told you the listening is one of the important things for the student or the learner. So this will be the best way to learn is to listen carefully and attentively so as to grasp every word. And then he has to subject for reading once he listens it. It is normally the classroom activity. So when you are switching over for the virtual system, so the reading will come first and listening will be done later. So this one normally we will proceed for the virtual classroom system. So where the reading, other important activity is read curiously so as to improve the chances of recollection. So whatever the material provided to you, material prepared by you, so you should read it. So our material accessible by you, also you should read it very curiously. So third important thing is thinking. So once you listen and read it, so your brain should activate yourself to think. It helps to develop deeper understanding of the subject when you think critically. So the critical thinking is one of the important things. So that helps with the. So once you are able to think and arrive certain views or opinions on the subject, then you can speak or chat with your like-minded people and subsequently with others if necessary, or your mentor also is another important thing. So this facilitates sharing of opinions and asks questions fearlessly, enhances self-confidence. So this what normally goes, which in the normal classroom it is not happening when passive and average learners are there. Only the active learners only do participate such kind of making the questions and try to know the things. So writing is another important thing. So this the great way of learning is writing, and through note taking and making, where one has to listen carefully, read curiously, think critically, and speak with clarity to share thoughts and create connections and enlarge collaboration to remember and reproduce the acquired knowledge and skills in the form of writing. Finally, we are ending up with the examination in the form of writing. So this what normally these 5 learning activities are one of the important in the learning process. So how these things we have to integrate and the form of delivery of the curriculum. So this is the important way the classroom instructions. So though we are not doing all the activities, only we are enable the student to listen and subsequently is able to do the remaining 4 activities on his own. Normally, any classroom, probably you are aware should be available for holistic activities, co-curricular and extracurricular activities to participate in the sports, games, cultural debates, and so on. So this is what normally we consider. So these 40 hours. But nowadays, most of the regulatory bodies, of course, the UGC and AICT has realized they confined the credits to the 20 credits maximum in a register. So, but whereas other professional councils like the Medical Council of India, Pharmacy Council of India, Bar Council of India, National Council for Teacher Education, so they are offering the instruction hours beyond 30 hours. So that is not at all a good aspect for the learning student, because if a learner is classified into three types: gifted learner, known as accelerated learner, who is normally a self-motivated, and there is another one is average learner who requires a motivation. So the third one is a passive learner, so who requires an attention. So for these things, a gifted learner requires 1 hour after listening the classroom to complete the remaining 4 activities. But an average learner requires, after listening the class 1 hour class, for the remaining 4 activities 2 hours. But a passive learner requires 3 hours after listening the 1 hour classroom. So that means 1 hour 30 hours in a week completed, and a passive learner has to put up nearly 90 hours extra for the things. That is 120 hours. That means you are out of 164 hours available in a week for a student. He has to spend 120 hours on learning activities only. So remaining 44 hours. That means if you take the 8 hours sleep per day, normal requirement for to stay yourself as a healthy, so it will be not at all sufficient. There are 7 days are there, you end up with only 44 hours. So the 44 hours does not give you the 8 hours of sleep. Probably you may be going hardly 6 hours of sleep a day. So that is if maximum 30 hours is there. If you give the beyond 30 hours, so you are making him a sleepless, and he may not stay healthy, and tomorrow he may not recollect, remember, and so reproduce the things in a effective way, whatever is there. So that is one of the important thing, the pedagogy curriculum design, one has to be aware of it. So the third important thing is what is online learning. So online learning requires institutional vision and investment and proper pedagogical training through contingency planning, varied instructional design, technology-oriented learning, outcomes, reliable infrastructure, and ample learner support. So these are the three things which we look at the things online learning aspect. The teachers are not confident with the new system is difficult. That is the reason we have to train how to effectively they have to use it. So there are the now mobile phone penetration is rate is increasing. So this becomes more popular because last year I was in UK. So when I was traveling in the train, I seen an advertisement board. So in the advertisement board, simply they are mentioning you can learn anywhere you are traveling also. So in the train, a mobile learning application is there. So one can acquire the certificate. So while traveling in 3 hours of course, and he can complete one course. So in 3 hours of journey. So this is what they have made it. Things are possible. The universities, how the mobile penetration rate is high, then the same thing is being used for continuous and lifelong learning purposes. So most of the executive MBAs are completing through the MBA education is being offered through this online learning mode, and majority of the executives are completing their subsequent slide. It represents a model that integrates technology to boost learning and deliver greater impact. So, for if you look at the human aspect, so it is a motivation that I am able to create, and you are able to create. And personalization is also another important thing. How I can know the student in the classroom, how I can interact with him effectively. Next, the other one is the feedback system. Is the one the fluency and listening is another important thing, and relevance and discipline is also another thing. So further, now the technology, when you look at, it's the mobility, the structure, tracking and control, self-study, reduced cost, global reach. So this one normally we can look at it. For example, if I'm teaching this one, probably you on your mobile and going somewhere else and working in your home, other places. But we are listening. So, but if I want to see that you are active in whatever I'm delivering, so I will make some questions through the chat board. So when I make some questions to the chat board, if you are responding that, then you are at the system or you are watching the whatever the lecture I'm making. So these things are possible. Tomorrow it is going to make, once you are going to adopt such things in the integrated learning system or blended learning system. So there are 5 key benefits in the blended learning. It is looking to be cost efficient and consistent in activities, and access the content and easy engagement of learner and analyze the activity. So this is the face-to-face learning experiences. Online experiences, both are being integrated through this particular mode. Further, if you look at how the teaching learning, how it has been evolved, the road which we travel, if you look at, so we are handling the students of the digital divide generation and who want to explore, cut and paste. But whereas the present teacher used to sit down and listen, now things have changed a lot. So this what normally we look at the biometric attendance and other things, just what we are making. Here is also the face recognition method, whether you, the student, is participating. Tomorrow I have to conduct an online examination. So you are doing or not, how I have to ensure, because on behalf of you, someone else also can answer and submit through the online. So that is the reason just a face-to-face recognition and biometric approach will be there. And we will also ask the recording of your video when you are completing the assignment or answering the questions which has been asked to you. So that will be there. Some other way which will be most important thing is the multiple choice is one of the important way it will be done. So how this particular assessment evaluation will be there, I will deal separately in the subsequent slides. So now if you look at that during the 500 AD, there is only informal systems are there. So the dominance of tacit knowledge was there at that time. Actually, initially, if you look at how this particular things has been evolved, so the olden days only to the voice, when there was no script, whatever people used to say that has been transferred to others. From that, the knowledge transfer is happening and acquisition of knowledge is taking place. But subsequently, when script has been developed, then they started writing on the manuscripts, that is only Talapatra, which we'll call it, and the leaves they used to write. Subsequently, when paper has been produced on the paper, they started writing. Then a printing system has come up, the printing they have done. So that means first the knowledge was transferred through voice to mind and preserved only in the mind. Then when the text was created, script was created, it has been reposited in the form of leaves, manuscripts. And when print was created, it was documented. It is considered to be a document. So that the books has been published and it is there, the knowledge preservation has been taking place. So whatever the knowledge is being created, how it is being disseminated and how it is preserved is also another thing. And now once the computer system has come up, not only knowledge dissemination and knowledge preservation and knowledge retrieval is also and text, whatever are there reading purpose. Then media, video, audio through TV, radio. So both all the senses you are able to utilize at the same time. Then integration, the voice, script, print, and media in recorded and repository form. So this what normally is happening, the things. So let us see the think, listen, speak, read, and write. These are the 5 aspects just we look at in the communication system. So in the ICT-based teaching, what we are doing, let us see. teaching what we are doing. Let us see. You are able to speak. That is the voice is coming. So this is the known to be a knowledge dissemination and knowledge transfer. And then you are able to listen earlier only through that whatever we use to make the voice audible. So subsequently you are able to think. When you are audible means you are able to think. So whatever the knowledge is being mentioned, that is known to be smell. You can say, I am smelling something fishy. If someone is making any statement, so is some fraudulent activity is expected. So you are able to analyze what is conversation, and then you say, I'm thinking, I'm smelling something fishy in his conversation or his attitude. So that is after thinking and analyzing all, you are able to make it. So this is what normally the thinking process comes with the smelling. And then touch. Touch is, I told you, the one of the script we are able to write handwritten and record, document these things is another way. And then if you look at the eyes, is now you are able to see, visualize the things. So which now is the TV, video, and whatever we consider these are things. These five senses are part of the things which made you to know that effectively integrate this. So tongue is the gate to the heart, and audibility is a path to the spirit, and smell is the door to the mind, and touch is a carpet to the vigor, and eyes are windows to the soul. This is what normally we look at. Teaching is an art, if you think, and how you can creatively develop your curriculum to deliver and abstract to things. So now here I would like to discuss certain issues, then what the innovations are happened, what is the impact of this particular blended learning, so that you can look into the way. The issues mainly you have to look at the learner context, then curriculum design, whether the infrastructure is available and trained faculty are available, and also the learning approach. So this normally the blended learning is less managing and effective teaching and later learning. So this what normally these three important components are there. The applicability, if you look at. So what the issues, if you look at the learner context, based on learner ability and interest, that is what normally we look at. So we have to classify the learner into gifted learner who is self-motivated, and average learner who is getting motivated, and passive learner who requires an attention. So these three things we look at, and we have to define the skills of the learner also based on their abilities and interests, the scholastic skills, employable skills, and life coping skills. So life coping skills are important for every learner and every category of learner. But scholastic may be focused only on the gifted learners, and employable skills may be focused on the average learner. Even passive learner also can have it. But life coping skills are mandatory for the all the three learners. So this is what normally we look at. So the preferable career choice based on the family education background is also another important thing. So how we have to make the learner to choose their careers in this. Because the learner normally nowadays the parents are also thinking that employment is the criteria they always look at. So when they are coming to the education, they always look at the employment is the criteria. Once during the induction program, so the Diksharam, which is started by UGC and AICT, so which important component after completion of the induction program, you have to conduct a diagnostic test, and you have to classify the learners, and you have to give the inputs accordingly. So then you can see the equity can be achieved among the students. So let us learners aptitude, if you look at, it is the attendance, project, taking part, interest, test grades, understands, deeds, extra efforts and service. There are the aptitudes of the student. components normally which accelerate the growth, and listening, expecting, acquiring, retaining, nourishing, equipping, and reviving. So these are the things of the learner which I thought of having it. So then he will be the things, the challenger. Then learner is having these particular qualities, then he will be a challenger for any kind of the problem which is being provided to him. So he is able to find the solution. Normally we look at the tell me, I forget, and show me, I remember, involve me, I understand. Actually, if you don't show, if you simply tell, probably someday I forgot, you can say. But if you show something, just okay, I remember, so he can say. But if you make him part of the things, that is like conducting a practicals for the science and engineering students, is there you are involving them. So then the understanding will be enhanced. So this what normally when social science students also, they can take part in the field activity and social engagement, then it helps to understand the things more effectively. So this what normally we look at. And then we look at the curriculum design. So this is one of the important things. So I told you design and AICT has given the model curriculums, but all curriculums are not so flexible enough to translate effectively from the classroom teaching to the online teaching. So now you have to redesign in such a way, if it is an autonomous institution, then they can do effectively. If not an autonomous institution, you have to redesign for your own educational virtual learning purposes into different modules and then to credits and then to do it. Normally, a credit is considered to be 15 hours of instruction. So these 15 hours of instruction can be considered divided into 5 modules. That is, each module is of 3 hours. So once this 3 hours module is there, so that will be considered to be 1 hour lesson. So a module will be a multiple of 3 hours duration, and a credit will be an equivalent of 15 hours instructions. So this one normally we look at. So once 5 modules you complete, you are able to complete 1 credit or 1 year. So normally this is what normally we look at, and you have to devise in such a way how these 3 hours are distributed for different learning activities. I am going to give subsequently in the slide. The student effort or educational efforts is required. Next, define the specific measurable learning objectives and learning outcomes. So what we are telling about the program outcomes and program course outcomes are part of the learning outcomes. So the learning objective is mainly based on knowledge, skills, competency, attitudes, and values. And learning outcomes are based on transferable knowledge, skills, and competency. System platforms and to facilitate easy navigation and so on. So once these are things are there, then we can see how effectively we can translate the curriculum delivery to reach the minds and acquisition of the knowledge, skills, competency by the students. So the ICT-enabled pedagogy integration is one of the things is it is emerging, applying, and infusing and transforming. So if you look at it is an emerging, you have to apply, then it has to be infused into the system, then you transform the system effectively, those things. So for example, if you look at the activity, if you look at, it is a text, a human we can write, but in multimedia we can print it. The picture, normally we have to draw the human activity and we can show this in the microphone and listen back and the self-paced mode. We can sing and subsequently do the activity. And input and the you use the keyboard or mouse and multimedia it will animate. So this is the reason why it is online learning is going to be more highly impactful and interactive. Let us see the things, the current context and the of section and classroom climate and classroom management, mind mapping, teachers' beliefs and personal behaviors. But to teaching components, we look at the pedagogical approach. So it is not only the scalar quantities we look at, so how length, at what speed, volume, how much mass, and how much that much reading material only you have to provide to the students. For example, in a 1 hour of time, 8 to 12 pages. So this, when you devise the teaching component, curricular content, for example, you are preparing a reading material. And if it is 1 hour reading material, you have to look at not based on the gifted learner or accelerated learner. You look at the passive learner, how much he can read 1 hour of time. That much reading material only you have to provide to the students. For example, in a 1 hour of time, 8 to 12 pages, a passive learner can read. You have to develop the text only. Don't go beyond that much things. So the section is also other things. What components is there, the material, and how to do it. And classroom climate is also other thing. Classroom management is also thing. But in online, it is only the student only doing and choosing his own pace and his own place. So where is comfortable in things. So these are the normal auditing. So the faculty in the allocations is not only so we also transformational learning process. So one first and foremost in this particular online learning, you have to do the reading material first rather than teaching first. So preparing for construction of passive learner can read, you have to develop the text and all. Don't go beyond that much things. So the quality of instruction is also another thing. What components it is supposed to be there, that material, and how you can do it. And classroom climate is also another thing. Classroom management is also another thing. But in the online, it is only the student only doing choosing is the listening through face-to-face or online interaction is another important one. Motivating for dynamic interaction, it will be there. So once you started doing it, so some possibilities are there, and then enable the thinking through access to various video links, and then you have to provide certain video links so that student will able to think. So those because the other best institution what they are offering is another important thing. So engaging the learners effectively to empower is this thinking process will do it. And now create a platform for chatting or speaking through group discussions or forums and communicating to express freely and effectively. So this one normally the Google Groups is there, so which will help. The first reading materials also you can provide through the this is mainly file uploadings from the Google Classroom, and the Google Meet will enable you to the listening or face-to-face interaction what you can make it. And the thinking through the access, this is through video links which you can make through the Google Drive of the classroom, and create the platforms for chatting, and this Google Groups will help you. And evaluate the ratings ability through assessment. A Google form will help you to do this particular thing. So the assessment can be done by multiple choice questions or providing assignments to the students. So ensuring the transfer of knowledge and skills is another important thing. This is happening. So this all 5 parts of learning process can be completed. So let us see what is pedagogy.
And once the openings comes up, I will
we should not give any imperfections to avoid record bibliographic information of the
Yes, do you have it?
this will be
Yes, just a minute, sir. Just a minute. Chetra, madam. Hello, Chetra.
can be easily identifiable
Hello,
Do you have
Chetra.
any question?
from which source we have that information.
Hello, Chetra, madam. Hello, Chetra, madam.
Hello?
Hello, Chetra, madam. There's some disturbance from your side. Do you have any questions to present?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, there some disturbance
Yes, it
from your
happens.
side,
Sorry.
madam? Yeah, please mute yourself, madam.
Yeah.
It is in the physical classroom, it will be the presence we look at. So how in the classroom that we look at. But when you are doing the online learning, it is the engagement we look at. So actually, the pedagogy, knowledge is vital on all men and women at all times in all places. But when you look at the teaching, we are able to use the ICT tools, and in the classroom, demonstration and explanation normally will be there. And nowadays we are. But learning is also another important. There is a formal, the classroom instruction. Non-formal is the open and distance learning. So this particular formal and non-formal is known from over the years during Mahabharata period. So there are two special characters we know. One is Ekalavya, another one is Karna. Karna has undergone the formal learning from Parshurama, but whereas Ekalavya undergone the non-formal learning from Dronacharya, because he was observing from a distance when he is teaching to the Arjuna, and he made his statue and mud statue of the Dronacharya, and he used to make the pranam, and every day he observe and practice on his own. That's self-learning. So there is a self-motivated guy. So Ekalavya became an equal archer as of Arjuna also. And even the Karna also learned from Parshurama. Actually, if Karna tells as Kshatriya, Parshurama would not have been allowed. But Karna lied to Parshurama that he is a Brahmin and he want to learn archery. So then he lied and learned the things. That is a different story if you look at it. So the passion of the student is clearly mentioning. So when he has a passion to learn from such a great teacher, so he lied and then he subsequently learned that. So it's subsequently when he came to know the situation was different, and that's so